Welcome to this live streaming. In the past, we have seen Meghan Markle and Harry, Duchess of Sausages. They were not able to provide any proof of the birth of their son Archie. We have seen how media scrutinized their claim about the certificate they wanted to present. In fact, for Archie, the media asked directly to Meghan Markle that you need to provide with the certificate so that we can see. Recently, there is a news that is claiming that the DNA test of Archie must be done to prove that he is the real son of Duchess of Sausages. They are struggling with that, Meghan and Harry. Today we have another news. Something just popped up, so I decided to do this live streaming. In this news, they are clearly mentioning something that becomes very, very suspicious, especially if you are following their story, especially if you know what is going on with this birth of their two kids. You will grow even more suspicious after you hear this news. Before we move on, just to let you know, again, this is a live stream. Most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider to subscribe. What is happening right now is complete drama. Netflix docuseries was the only time when people are able to actually see these two kids. Netflix, they refused to film in the Montecito mansion when Meghan and Harry, they said, we are not willing to show our kids in front of camera. Netflix almost pulled the plug on them. Obviously, then they changed their mind and they came to a settlement that we will not show the kid for now. In the future, we know they are planning on making another docuseries where they will be showing pretty much every single details. What is that news I want to share with you today? Now, there is this report. It is coming from, looks like a Spanish media, the Spanish news outlet, Marca or Marsa. And they are now claiming that Meghan and Harry, the Duchess of Sausages, their nightmare with a nanny, they had to fire after 2 days. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have faced problems with the upbringing of their son Archie. I will explain more why they fired this nanny. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But let's take a look at their excuse. Let's see what they have to say. All parents in the world face great challenges when they have a child, whether they're humble workers or part of the British Royal. This was demonstrated in the news about the nannies hired by Duchess of Sausages. Clearly, it has been a highly frustrating process for both of them. So it looks like this article is very much for Meghan Harry and Duchess of Sausages. This article was written in support of them, if you like. On May 6, 2019, the couple welcomed their first child, Archie Harrison, in London, England. The idea of the controversial couple from the beginning was to have the task and responsibility of the baby's education themselves. However, various circumstances, including Meghan's mother Doria returning to the States, apparently made it inevitable to hire a nanny. So they are saying that Meghan had really no option left other than hiring the nanny. Okay, that's what they're claiming, and this is something. I mean, you can hire a nanny. It doesn't have to be like that of a big deal. I mean, you have the money at that time. I think they were still getting help, financial help from the royal family. But because Meghan is Meghan, Duchess of Sausages, she was busy planning and plotting against the British monarchy. Perhaps that's the reason why she did not have time to take care of the kid, namely Archie. And so they hired a nanny. Wow, that's a breaking news. Why did Meghan and Duchess of Sausage hire or fire their nanny? The idea for this new employee to establish a healthy sleep routine for the child. However, according to a report by journalist Omid Scobie, he wrote the Finding Freedom, the lapdog of Duchess of Sausage, Omid Scobie, things clearly did not go as expected. This is what he's saying. Okay, why things did not go as expected? This is what they have to say. Then we will decipher some more information and then we will come up with our conclusion. Quote, they decided to hire a night nurse to establish a sleep schedule and be an extra pair of helping hands. End quote. This is what Omid Scobie wrote. You can clearly see right off the bat, Omid Scobie, he knew Archie, Lily, they don't exist. So he is being the mouthpiece of Duchess of Sausages. He is already writing columns about hiring, firing nannies so that he can create this understanding, or he can convince us, I should say, that yeah, these people are real, these two kids are real. Quote, but their time with the couple brief, Meghan, Duchess of Sausages, were forced to let the nurse go in the middle of the second night for being okay, so this is the excuse they're giving: unprofessional and irresponsible. Okay, so they were forced. Really? Maybe the nurse was feeding a doll. Who knows? Because I have shown you guys many videos in the past where the Duchess of Sausages, she was walking in the park or going somewhere, and she was holding a doll. People were not convinced that she was holding Archie. Why should we be convinced now? Second night, they were forced to fire this nanny. Why so fast? Because most likely the nanny found out, this is not a real kid she was taking care of. Second night, guys, irresponsible and unprofessional for Meghan. Do you think the Duchess of Sausage will hire someone who is unprofessional? I don't think so. She will not spend one single penny unless it is worth it, unless she knows where she is putting her money to, and therefore doesn't add up. After this frustrating experience, the trauma left by this situation had consequences in the future, as although the famous couple decided to hire another woman for the same task, and she did, according to Scobie, a good job. Yeah, so now in order to remove any suspicion, any doubt in our mind, because remember, the nanny can still come out in public and say that was not a real baby. So in order to cover up for that, Meghan, Harry, Duchess of Sussex, they decided, or Omid Scobie in this case, decided to add another nanny into the picture. We would never know if that happened. We would never know if a second nanny was hired, because the first nanny obviously clearly looks like she knew that this guy Archie, he doesn't exist. In the end, no one can educate and care for their children like the parents themselves. Yeah, so then why you hire somebody? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have taken the responsibility without help, although they still have a nanny who assists them with their son's activities in the morning and afternoon. Again, pork is more lies, and they know that at one point this news will break out. The firing of this nanny after one night will come to the public. People like you and me will know. So what they did, they orchestrated this drama so that we are convinced that Archie is real, Lily is real. But that is not the case. There is one article, there is another report that I will share with you guys in a second. And that one, according to that report, Prince Harry must give a DNA test. Yes, a DNA test in order to prove that he is the father, or that Archie exists. Something that will dent the image of Meghan, Harry furthermore. I have a few comments here. Shanna Doropin, thank you, Shanna, for the super chat. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Denise, Kids Relevant, thank you guys. Sparkmaster, Linda, Louis, Lola, Linda, Sparkmaster, thank you guys for your comments here, and thank you, Shanna, for the super chat. I really appreciate this. Things are not looking good, especially in regards to fake babies. It is becoming more likely that Archie, Lily, they never existed. These are all made up kids. They are renting some, according to some of you, they're renting them. And of course, they are not Duchess of Sausages. They are not providing us any proof. Rather, it is creating more drama. We know that Princess of Wales, Catherine, Prince William, they did not accept Meghan's invitation when she was in the UK. If you remember, for the birthday party of Lily, and I explained to you guys why they declined the invitation. And the reason for that was because Lily doesn't even exist. I mean, Catherine, she never saw Lily. I'm sure William, nobody in the family saw Lily. So why would they attend a bogus party? Thank you again. I will see you in the next one.